Hey y'all, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. I swear, whenever I say that, I think of like Outcast and I'm like, hey y'all. Anyway, let's focus. Y'all know I get distracted by like air. But anyway, Apple. So I do have a channel message for you, automatic writing. I am going to be reading, so prepare. Anyway, here we go. As we enter into the season of giving and receiving, it is crucial to be mindful of whom you receive from. Understand that there is power and intention, and all gifts are not given in love. Although it is possible to transmute any energy that is sent your way, you must be mindful. You will already be feeling the effects of those you are scheduled to encounter. As a highly sensitive empath, you can feel and exist within someone else's energy and intentions for days, if not weeks, prior to coming into contact with them. Confirmation. It's crucial to have alone time to discern your authentic energy from that which is being sent to you. It's key to cleanse yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally of static vibrations that are either sent to you, rub off on you, or that you pick up from being a hypersensitive soul. You can do this through sound baths, salt water, sage prayer, and loving intention that you send to yourself. And those gifts that you are slated to receive, understand a few things. You do not have to keep them. You can always transmute the dark energy of a gift by turning around and giving it to someone else with loving intention. You can reset the energy and stigma by which it was given by stripping away the giver. And basically, that means to detach the item or items from the person that gave it to you. So, an example, this is a gift from God as opposed to XYZ person, right? This gift was sent to me from God, the universe, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints. And the person that gave it to me was simply a vessel from whence my blessings flow, right? So let them use you, right? So if somebody gives you a Rolex, you're not going to be like, oh, I can't take it because they have bad intentions. Well, maybe you do, but at the same time, you could say, you know what? Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for working through this person and bringing me my blessings. And now this Rolex, this new Roly is actually from the Lord, right? It depends on how you want to view it. Now, another option is to just not accept the gift. Although this may be more difficult, if you are, if you are comfortable, then you will understand that you don't have to accept everything that is offered. Decline the offering and move on. Now, let's get into this a little bit more, right? So this message actually goes over a few things, right? It talks about actual tangible gifts in and of itself. And it also talks about that energy that's going to be coming our way, because within the holiday time and months and all this type of stuff, we have the tendency to encounter more people, especially more people from our family and all that type of stuff. And let's just be honest with one another. You don't always have an appreciation of the energy of those within your family. Maybe they just always have this negative energy or vibrations. Maybe they just don't like you. Maybe you don't care for them. And that there's nothing wrong with that. That just means that you're just not energetically aligned with one another. Everybody is not for everyone. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. So when it comes down to that energy, what's important and what's key is to make sure that you stand in your sovereign self before you get in any type of interactions with someone else. That means like, okay, I'm going to sit here in silence and discover, how do I feel in this moment? I feel sad. Why do I feel sad? Okay, let me get to the bottom of that. Maybe I can bring myself back up by listening to music or dancing or whatever it is, solving whatever problem. Or if I can't, then that's just how I feel, right? It's fine. Everybody feels sad every now and then. Or I feel happy. I feel joyous. And then when you go and interact with someone else, then if your energy shifts, if your mood shifts, then odds are good you know that that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. That you might be picking up on what they are actually feeling, as opposed to sitting within your own personal emotions and way of being in that moment, right? So that's just a full, long way of saying be mindful of how you feel, so that way other people can't really rub off on you. And if they do, you're going to realize and recognize it right away, so you can get right back to how you were originally feeling and into that authentic state of being, right? It is long drawn out ways to say all of the spiritual stuff, but I like to get to the nitty gritty so we can understand one another. What else? Let's keep going. So the gifts, right? The exchange of gifts. Now, first and foremost, you don't have to accept anything. You can say thanks, but no thanks, right? Or just be like, no, no. That's it. I mean, yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, but listen, you got to stand in how you feel. If you do not want to accept something from someone, especially if you know that there's an ulterior motive behind it, then you do not have to accept it. You do not have to accept it. Just say no. Remember that, kids? Anyway, or if you're like me and maybe you like the thing that they're offering, but you know that their intentions kind of, I don't know, suck, then you can accept it, but then work on that item or object, right? Because you don't have to, you can accept the item, but you don't have to accept the energy behind it. Now, sometimes it can be frustrating because, like, let's say somebody gave you a shirt, right? They gave you this shirt. I actually stole this shirt from my husband, but anyway, let's keep it moving. They give you a shirt, and then anytime you post yourself in that show, confirmation, good Lord, I'm getting all kinds of messages. Anytime you post yourself in that shirt, they'd be like, hey, like the shirt. That shirt looks familiar. We all know those people, right? They just won't let you have it. They won't leave it alone. They gave you a gift so that way they can be forever tethered to it, right? Now, sometimes in those scenarios, I end up giving it away. Honestly, I will. Like, you might see my kids in it or something, or somebody from Goodwill in it, because listen, I don't want that. I don't need that. Or you can just say, one, set the boundary saying, you know what, I just really don't like when you continue to say that. Like, were you giving me the gift, or is this still like yours technically? Because if you still want it, then you can keep it. Now, I know that might sound a little bit shady, a little bit mean, but listen, we all deliver our words in different ways. So the reason why I'm saying all of this is to remind you that you do have options. Disconnect the energy from it. Say, you know what? This is mine now. So yeah, I'm rocking it. I'm wearing it. I'm loving it. I'm doing whatever with it because this was a gift to me and now it is mine. And I place my own personal energy on it and I cut the cord to anything else that attempts to link to it. You picking up what I'm putting down? There's so many options. If you have any questions, just ask me. I can give you a different option, right? There's so many. Bottom line to this bottom line, because this is a very long message and recording, is know, trust, and believe that you're about to be coming in contact with a lot of different energies. Some are going to be awesome, some not so awesome, some are going to just straight up suck, and you're just going to be like, nah, I don't really want any part of it. There's ways to deal with the different energies that you are going to encounter, whether it be attached to a gift or just to an individual. Cleanse yourself. Be mindful. Take time for yourself, whether that means you have to remove yourself from a table, a situation, a circumstance, or anything in order to recenter and refocus. As a hypersensitive being, it is very important to be mindful of how you feel, your authentic vibration and frequency before you encounter anyone else to allow for any space for confusion. Hope you're picking up what I'm putting down because yes, this message is for you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said Apple. And that's it. So that's it. Happy holidays if you celebrate. And if not, that's cool too. Either way, thanks for watching. Tomato.